Now this one has finger snaps right off the top. But we didn't record them because it was the 80s. You had to sample them. I think it's like that. Anyway, we had to sample them. That meant they had to go into this box, and then the box had to play them back, which now just seems ridiculous. But that's what we did in the 1980s, I guess. And we also had bigger hair, and I was slimmer. Yes, Last of the Red Hot Fools. I wrote this song. I wrote the chorus to this song while vacuuming at a friend's house. I was house sitting, and our producer at the time, before making this record, Bob Ezrin, actually said that Cyndi Lauper was looking for some new songs. And I thought, as I was vacuuming, for some reason I started singing, I've been a fool, played it dumb, and I just made up this whole chorus. It came within about, 15 minutes. The floor was really clean after that, and then I said to our guitar player, Danny Levy, I said, can you write a verse for this? And he wrote a verse, and then I ended up finishing off with him a couple of verses and a bridge, and we had the whole song finished. Cyndi Lauper never heard it, and we didn't actually release it for another few years, but that was the genesis of the song. Not that Genesis had anything to do with the song. The other thing about this, what was it that was so good? The song was released several times in this version in 1987, but before that, there was another radio station in town that had a talent contest every year. And they were looking for homegrown talent, and we were one of the winners of the contest with a different version of this song. So this song was already sort of known in a different form before this version came out, which I always thought was kind of interesting. Lots of people have told me over the years they preferred the other version, but who knows. That guitar solo, played by Kurt Schefter, who was Alana Miles' guitar player at the time, and a friend of the band. He decided, we asked him if he would come in and play, and he decided that he would play this big sort of rocky guitar solo that both myself and Danny, the other guitar player, tried to replicate on stage for years. He was one of the guests. Now here's the breakdown. And that's where the finger snaps are, I think. I can't do it that fast, I'm too old. But anyway, and then that song ended up appearing on this album, which was our debut album from 1987. That's me, right there. Now here's a funny thing. That's David Steinberg, who'd already been fired from the band. That's Danny Levy, the aforementioned lead guitar player. That's the bass player, Matt Greenberg. We were told before the album cover photo session that we needed to have a fifth member in the band. Now, we'd always been a two-guitar, bass, and drums band, but the record company said, no, you have to have a keyboard player. So, just for laughs, we got Matthew's brother, Paul Greenberg, to appear. And he appears on the album cover. He doesn't play a note of music. And there you go.
I first heard this when I was sitting in my mom and dad's kitchen, God rest their souls, and the radio was on, and it started to really become a hit in the US, and it was starting to get played in Canada.
When we were playing bars, I don't know if you'll remember this, you had to lie to the club owners about what song, because they'd look at your list, and you have to be, like, they hated the word original, so it had to be top 40, which we played Police and Rush and Flock of Seagulls and whatever, and then, of course, we wanted to play our own music. So rather than make this moment in the show where you'd announce to the audience, and now we're going to play an original, we just used to segue.